Happy Monday. Hope everyone's having a great morning so far and a great trading session. Good morning, Applejacks. So far, I've taken, I think, like 3 trades. I lost 2, broke even on 1. Both the trades were, the break even when I got out purposely because it was invalid. The other 2 trades were already kind of, they basically followed my rules of I don't really know how I want this to be yet type of thing. So I'm okay with those losses. It's fine. It's all good. So we're starting off a little rougher than I would like. I am looking to sell off of this VWAP if we actually push here. We're also at the point of control of the day, I think, as well. Thought we would push right there. All right. Okay. As long as the delta stays kind of small, I could still take it. When are we going to reverse? I just have to be really careful. It's not going to be a valid trade. 64, 42. All right. Good morning, Janelle. Good morning, Trenches. NQ is whack. Good morning, NinjaTrader. How are you guys this morning? So yeah, starting off a little rough. Once the market slows down a little bit, I'll show you guys the trades that I took. But like I said, both of the losses that I had were already kind of like iffy. I don't really have enough data, and the data that I do have, I really couldn't put anything together. 42. So I'm trying to kind of also make it a habit of, like, if something's almost setting up, just going ahead and clicking the break even button, like having my finger on the break even button versus like the button that I use to toggle on and off the entries, because that's kind of been screwing me a lot, like double entries and stuff like that. It's really been screwing me up. So, ooh, that's not gonna win, I don't think. That's cool. But yeah, that's kind of been screwing me up a lot. So I would rather just have my finger on the break even button instead. Wonder what's up with that one. Hold on, I'm gonna look at something real quick. This trade I just took, I kind of have a hunch. I don't think I like how far back it pulls back when I'm going counter trend like that. I think I wanted to wick off of my half trend, but that one, the half trend went through the body of the candle, and I don't think I like that. But in some of my back testing, I didn't write everything down that I should have. So I don't know. Let me see if I could find something real quick. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pay attention to that from now on, because I'm pretty sure when it goes through the body like that, I can't take it, which would make sense. It just means that it's kind of rejecting the counter trend move. But yeah, I did not. Hold on, I want to make sure that the all of the accounts, all right, that should be good. You're 5 for 5. Ooh, nice. Congratulations. I love it. Pokemons, but make another trade, but I'm probably all right. Yeah, 5 for 5 is nice on a Monday with practically no news. Nice job. I'm trying to look at all my counter trend moves, like the one I just lost. Yeah, everything's wicking off of my half trend, not going through the body. So that's probably just an additional rule I make, which is very easy to remember, honestly. Let me make a note on my chart. It's super easy to remember because it followed all the other rules. That's the only problem. That was the only problem with it. I just want to be able to work all these last little kinks out. So the challenge account for the arena, I am trading at the moment, and I'm trading 5 contracts per trade. It's a $25,000 account, and it just follows the regular it's the NinjaTrader test arena thing, the competition that they're doing, which, by the way, somebody within like 3 hours of market open last night was already down like $7,000. I'm like, oh my god. But anyway, yeah, so I am, the max contracts that you can use on the NASDAQ is 5 contracts, and that's what I'm doing. Number one is going to help me get used to big numbers. But also number two, it's only a week it's only a week competition, so you want to try to get as much profit as you can. And because it's not a $25,000 prop account, it follows, you know, the regular margin requirements. So 5 contracts is nothing. So sitting on your hands and practicing patience. What's wrong, Apple Jacks? Why you say, oh my God? It is 650. So yeah, so we're down. I can't even see that far. Like 382 on that account. So both the top sub accounts are down 200, and then my Apex account is break even. I think it's because a trade that I broke even on it didn't trigger or something. I don't know. Somebody was down. Oh, yeah. And then somebody had already taken like 114 contracts. I'm like, you're clearly a scalper. But yeah, you can actually see the leaderboards and everything. So it's pretty cool. 20. I pushed down way further than I expected. The week just started. I'm telling you, like literally within a couple of hours. I'm gonna log in. You kind of see where things are now. It's so stupid. Like, okay, so there's 600 people that are participating, but I'm kind of annoyed because it's a beta event. I personally think that they sent it to a bunch of people who had lifetime licenses, because this is supposed to be like beta testing some new like competition thing that I think that they want to do frequently. But some stupid idiot posted something online that I wouldn't say went viral, but like you posted it online with a link to register, and I just don't understand. First of all, it's a competition. Why are you sharing it? Like, that's less of a chance for you to win. That's number one. But even not gatekeeping, when the email that was sent to you said exclusive event, why do you feel like it was your job to share the link? I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird, but I just thought that was like extremely weird, honestly. I don't know. Let's see. Level. Which is not. I need more volume in this swing for me to. All right, there we go. But yeah, I just thought that was super awkward. All right, I am looking to sell right here, the close of this bar, maybe. Pretty big imbalance in that bar. Let's see if it actually pushes it down. I have to be real careful though, because it's nearing the delta. I don't want it to be, it'll invalidate the trade. Huh. There's so much volume in this candle. I just knew we were gonna reject right there. Still valid right now though. Every time we slam down, like the bar is gonna close, it comes like 2 ticks from closing and just decides to do something else. And I'm keeping my hand on the break even button, just in case. It has some room to move though, as long as the delta is less than 103. Well, I didn't get filled. Nice. How great. Why did I get filled, bro? That's annoying. Whatever. 50. I should have gotten filled. Look at the inside of the freaking bar. How did I not get filled here? That's gotta be part of the data lag or something. That went like 2 points. It pulled back 2 whole points and I didn't get filled. That's crazy. The market hates me. 50. Right on my chart. Take profit before entry. I should have gotten filled right there. That's annoying. I was waiting on that since here. I thought we were gonna push there, but we didn't. There was so much imbalance in that bar. Let me see if I could find it. Oh no, it was the other outside bar. Look at how much imbalance was in that outside bar, the second outside bar. All the white numbers are imbalanced. I just knew we were gonna push down there, but we did not. I don't know why I didn't get filled there. I mean, my data lag is 0.07 seconds, but oh, well, that's why. It's the data lag. Hold on, let's see. Close of the bar was 32.5. It pushed up 2 points at 32.9. Yeah, so no, that's 0.4 seconds, and my data lag is less than 0.4. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't get filled. How many orders was in that bar? 81. I guess. All right, there we go. What up? If you love me, and if you don't. Applejacks, what song is that? Market should squeeze here to 6:30. Let me see. 6:30. Let me put a line. Psycho, what add-on is that the top left that allows you to show the total for all connections? That is from Affordable Indicators. It is called the risk management tool. And hold on, because I think that you can get a... I think I have an affiliate link that can give you 10% off or something. Let me see. But I will say, wait for Black Friday. They probably will have a really good sale, probably like 40% off or something. Yeah. $63. Would need to be opposite, which it is, but the delta's not gonna be enough. Okay, actually, so there's a 20% off right now, but like I said, wait till Black Friday. It'll be 40 more than likely. Um, here's my affiliate link. You're welcome. I forgot that I even have an affiliate link now. But yeah, so I actually have 3 products from them, and they are a little bit more expensive than other companies, but to be honest with you, their products are so well worth it. Like I use their trade copier. I've never used Replicanto, but I used to have the Apex trade copier, and I never had any issues with it like other people did. However, when they changed it to have like all of those big flatten all buttons, and the interface literally gave me anxiety because of how bad it was and all the red everywhere. So it was at that point that I bought the trade copier from Affordable Indicators, and I know they do have a bundle where you can get the copier and the risk management tool together. um but anyway, yeah, so I switched to that, and then eventually I know that they forced us to not be able to Apex forced us not to be able to use the old version of the copier, which is what I stayed on because the other one gave me anxiety. So I've not had any issues. The only issue I've ever had is from the chart trader that I use to enter, because obviously I'm scalping Renko bars, right? So I have a special chart trader where it enters me at the close of the bars. I'll show a picture. And I literally just need it because I'm using Renko's. So like when I click close green, because I'm waiting for the reversal bar up for me to be able to enter, I just click that close green button. It makes my whole screen go green. And then it automatically enters me into the next trade when the bar closes up. Which is pretty cool because there's literally no way I could do that manually. But there was a buy click and sell click button right above that, and I used that for like if I missed the entry, then I could just buy, click the buy click and click where I wanted to enter. I hate doing that because it's not limit orders. I only use limit orders. So when I have trades like this where I'm not entered, I still don't know why. I prefer limit orders because my entries are so precise. Like I have a 18 tick stop loss and take profit for a reason. So if I use market orders, everything's going to be off. One of the things that I love about his copier that a lot of other copiers don't do is that you have different modes. So you have an orders mode or an executions mode. The executions mode acts like all the other copiers, where when you execute on the leader, even if you use limit orders, your followers are all going to be market orders. I hate that. Again, I need more precision. So in his orders mode though, the orders actually copy over, so I don't really have very much discrepancy in my P&Ls, all because of that, because they all have their own entries, if that makes sense, in their own orders. Skepta Wildlife, I never heard of Skepta. 6 for 6 chicken out, my long early 620 is trying to turn into rigid. Ain't he feeling it, sugar daddy? No, I'm happy because Trenches was not happy with the market last week. What was that, last week, right? I think it was last week. All right, so I'm really just kind of waiting to see what we do here. If I want to sell, I kind of need to push up a little bit. But one of the things that I have been trying to figure out if I want to take trades going back to the rotation levels. I'm still not all the way certain. I'm going to still take the trades until I figure it out. Because I feel like with the rules that I've created, it should not matter. But again, I'm not really sure, because even though I have quite a bit of data for almost all of my setups, there's not a lot of counter trend divergence moves where we push off of a rotation level. So in the meantime, I'm gonna still take the trades. That's what I'm gonna do. 42. All right. So I just need the delta to be less than 42. And then if it loses because it pushed off of there, well, then we know. As long as the delta is negative and less than 42, I can take it. It doesn't matter if it's a trap or anything. But like I said, if it loses because we pushed off of that rotation level, then I'll just have to go back and look. Because I know when I was just trading volume alone, I couldn't do it. I eventually had to make a rule for that. But trading the combination of order flow and volume, it might be a little different. The delta's still positive. Alright, now it's negative again. It's a trap. The delta number could invalidate the trade. Wow, we're still pushing. Oh, are we gonna push up to the new high? We are. All right. Don't really. All right, that just invalidated that. There's way too much delta in that bar right there. Way too much. Oh, okay. Let's see. I kept myself out of a loss. I needed the delta to be like less than 42, I think it was, and it was like 143. There was just way too much delta there. Basically, my counter trend divergence moves are like volume divergence, essentially. Let's see, hold on. But yeah, it's basically volume divergence. There was way more volume in this swing than the last swing up. So I wanted there to be less delta in the push down than the previous one. That's basically volume divergence. Week before last. Oh, got you. Appreciate you explaining. You're welcome, Psycho. Sent at 600 with a mini and I didn't see Trenches. Why you didn't see it through? Jumped in a platinum long, took 565. Nice. And you were patient. You waited for the setup. All All right, we got 45 minutes left. I just want you guys to know, and hopefully Applejacks hears me. I might start ending at 10 o'clock instead of 10:15. Applejacks, where I'm trying to just end at 9:05. But I actually might end at 10 o'clock. I have to see, because I think when I looked, out of the 8 days I think of data that I have, there was like 4 trades. Now, technically, I think there was 3 wins, no losses, no break evens, and like a trade where I would it would take profit before it enters me. All right, I want to see what happens with this trade, because normally with this kind of divergence, I need there to be a level attached to it, but I'm not sure. Yep, there's the loss. Okay, so I can keep it that way. So still need plus level or prime. I wanted to make sure, and I'm glad that I did sit out of it, especially considering I'm red right now. So I'm glad I sat out of it. All the sellings at 620 kind of spooked you. I got you. 700's a major level. Yeah, I have a major level at 693.50. That's the major resistance level. Then above that is the another deviation of the VWAP. But yeah, there was a picture that was shared with me on Discord yesterday. How did we get on the, oh, that's how we got on the subject. We were talking about one of the YouTubers that trades like all of his accounts separately, and he was just like, I don't know why people do that. And he said like he's done trading after the first hour and a half, and I was like, yo, I definitely was thinking about stopping after an hour and a half. But I told him, I was like, but I kind of don't know. I don't know. I told him, I said, I went from 10:45 to 10:15, but sometimes it slows down so much after 10:15. I don't really know if I want to continue trading it, basically. So the picture that was shared with me, I can exit out of here. Still kind of waiting on the next setup to happen. It was this, which kind of correlates to the one website that I look at. I think it's on it. It's not Investopedia, I forget, but it talks about the times with the cycles of the market or whatever. And this chart that he shared pretty much kind of correlates with what that thing said. But the website that I use, it's talked about stock patterns. It said that around 10:15 is when it starts. Well, 11:15 based on this chart. 11:15 is when it starts to. It's about to head into lunchtime, so everything's kind of slowing down. So that's why I started stopping at 10:15. But I mean, this basically is saying 10 o'clock, which kind of makes sense, because most of my after 10 o'clock it's either we're chopping between zones, or yeah, pretty much just being choppy. So I don't know, we'll see. There's a lot of resistance here. Every these 3 pullbacks, first week, second week, third week pullback. 33. I did also take my oscillator off. I don't really think I need it. I used to use it because, like, mainly for when I was trading counter trend divergence, but also just period. If the oscillator wasn't matching the same, like, all right, this swing is more than this one. So let's say like my zigzag with the volume is showing that this swing is more than this one, but the oscillator would show that it's less. Then I would kind of basically stay away from those trades. Or I had special rules for them. But based on the back testing that I've done so far, I don't think that I actually need the oscillator. I just need to go based off of the swings, and that's really it, which is great for me. Less things for me to look at. $33. I need that to push down a little bit more. Is there going to be too much volume here? More than likely. Ooh. Too much. I need a few sellers to come in. The numbers are too close to what I don't want it to be, so I'm gonna just buy click in if I have to. No, it's way more than I want it to be. Way more. Of course. It's probably because of freaking VWAP's attached to it. Which fight you watched? I was about to say Michael Jackson. Girl, what? Forgive me. Yeah, I can't do that. With the level attached doesn't matter. You talking about the Mike Tyson fight? That was clearly rigged just for him to get his $20 million. Because have y'all not seen recent videos of Mike Tyson training still? Like, he's still super fast, and he's in very good shape. So clearly that was part of the plan, was for him to just look like a 60-year-old. Oh yeah, did you guys watch Nutty's video about the payouts? Did y'all see the dip on that chip in the payouts? Apex paid out $9 million less than the previous month. 92. Oh no, I don't like that trade. Where's my... Oh, sorry. Market analyzer's covering it. So last month or September, they paid out 30 million. These little $1 million, $2 million differences, whatever. But to go from 30 to 21, 21 is somewhere they haven't been since March. That says a lot, actually. And then look at the number of transactions. I think this is the number of unique, number of transactions. 4,000 less. Then what is that? Number of unique names paid went down by about 900. But this says a lot. Again, they haven't seen these numbers since March. Now, this is what I will say though. If part of the people they're not paying out are people who are, they're clearly not following the rules that they want for people to trade live, because if they're truly trying to transition some people to live because of the CME regulations that are coming, well, you have to evaluate people. You have to put certain things in place. If I don't want you trading a certain way, well, then you can't trade that certain way. And I absolutely get it. So many people break the 30% unrealized profit rule that y'all just don't even get. Like, I think that the majority of us here are pretty good with risk management and not full porting all the time, not, allowing our losers to just completely take over our accounts. But you guys don't understand how many people truly do get rejected just in the last 2 weeks because of the 30% rule. And so many people are like, what, am I supposed to just cut a trade? I'm supposed to just cut the trade because I'm down. It doesn't bother me to go down that much. Why not? Oh, because you're trading prop firm accounts, because you would not trade your live account that way. Somebody tried to argue with me in a Discord that they know people who consistently risk more than 30% of their accounts, and they're very profitable and very successful and all these things. And okay, you might know those very few people who do that, but the majority of professionals do not risk that much. They don't. They might tell you like 1 to 5%. 5% is like a lot in a professional's eyes, because 20 straight trades of losses, you blow your account, right? But it's literally gambling behavior to me. It is. I've seen people literally say that they know that they breached or violated a rule, but they're still going to request, and they still request because they want their 8 days to reset, which I get. But then you turn around, and after you've publicly said that you know that you violated this particular rule, then when you get denied, it's, oh, they denied me again for improper risk management. Well, you already said that they were going to deny you. So what, like, why are we crying about this? I genuinely get so confused with people. I really do. Like, Apex is not perfect. Like, there's a lot of stuff that irritates me, and I've always been very upfront and honest about that. The main thing being their lack of communication, because you still have people that have been on this live probation for 2 months, and they have no idea when the hell they're getting off, when they're being transitioned to live. They know nothing. And even though John said a month ago in a Facebook post, I think it was a comment, that they would be getting communication very soon. What's very soon to you, sir? Because a month is not anything close to very soon. So there's a lot of things that bother me with Apex. Their rules, not really, except the ambiguous ones, or the ones that seem subjective, which they've attempted to get rid of a little bit. But these people, man, I don't get it. I don't get it. Waiting for your account closure. Did you send in a ticket to close the account? I will say that I am happy that they are starting to process payments a lot quicker. That's really nice. I've seen quite a few people getting paid within a few hours. I don't think I've seen anybody go longer than probably 3 business days for the most part. Especially now that we're out of that first week, because I kind of expected them to not go by the whole 48 to 72 hours in that first week, just because I knew a lot of people would be cramming their payouts in the first 5 days because they knew they didn't have to keep a safety net. But even like the rule of keeping a safety net, I mean, it doesn't really bother me. I hate that I have to make so much more money now. But for the sake of people churning accounts, hey, I don't really see a problem with it, to be honest with you. And there's a lot of people who, hate the rules, but then you have people that are like, man, if Apex would have never changed their rules, I wouldn't have became a better trader because I had to like lock in more profit along the way instead of trying to go for the big gains. And, the base hits have helped me get consistent payouts. And now, with the safety net, you have people who also trade like Bulenox and some other companies that require safety net. So for them, they would admit like they always keep their Bulenox accounts way longer than their Apex accounts or any other, company that doesn't require for you to have a safety net. So I think the safety net will actually help people. But it's just these people who are so upset that they got rejected or denied payouts for rules they knew that they broke. It's just so weird to me. So weird. Some that risk a lot, but they trade in personal and trade the contract, not day trade. Exactly. And see, that's different. I'm talking about people who are doing what we doing, getting on for a couple hours a day. Most people, you're not going to see risk that much. You're not. Even if I have like great edge, great win-loss ratio, I'm still probably never going to risk more than 5% of my account. I'm not. On a prop, kind of depending on which prop it is, I wouldn't be so bothered with maybe upwards of 10%, maybe, but 5% is more like my zhuzh, right? And even 10% sounds crazy to me sometimes. Like even when I was calculating to see how many contracts I wanted to use in this little $25,000 contest or whatever, when I did the 5%, I was like, oh my God. Because I've been so used to trading prop accounts now for the last year that 25,000 in my head is 1,500. You know what I mean? So to do 5% of 25,000, I was like, oh shit. Do I really want to risk that much? No. And then, I realized that you can only do a max of 5 contracts. And, since I'm scalping, 5 contracts is only a risk of like, it's less than $500. So 500 of 25,000 is not a lot, but send the ticket if I don't get an email by the end of the day. I got you. Let's listen on my drive home. Very choppy market at the opening. I can't, oh yeah, I said I was going to show you guys kind of the trades that I took that kind of screwed me. All right, so I think this was the first trade that I took that I lost. It was like 1 or 2 ticks from setting my break even, but you could see we had a 1 bar pullback, and so far I didn't really have any rules for like not trading the first pullback after a 1 bar pullback, but I think I'm gonna have to create some rules because I only had, I think, 1 other example of this exactly, because there was more volume in this swing than the 1 bar pullback, which doesn't always happen. Sometimes it's less volume. So my 1 other example won. So obviously I'm like, okay, I'll take it. But you can see that it lost. But also I don't know how I want the delta pattern to look. So based on I don't know if I want it to be this way, it still followed the rules even after a 1 bar pullback, but I just don't know yet. This was the trade I broke even out of. And then this is the trade that I lost. I've already kind of looked at the data that I have so far, and it's crazy because this exact setup, I have it written down that it happened twice so far in like 8 trading days. But one of the times I think though I wrote it down twice because I was supposed to be writing down the trades from 11:11, and I think I was rewriting 11:5. So I think it really only set up one other time and not twice, and that one time did win, but the delta pattern, the opposite delta pattern of this has never lost, and it's like quite a few setups. So I think I'm just gonna make the rule for that. It says that it hit the target, but it actually lost on most of the accounts. And I think that's it, right? Got into this one right here. That I remember, that's the one where the half trim went through the body of the candle. But aside from that, like, I haven't had any other setups, unfortunately. And now we're about to push to the choppy 10 o'clock. So I guess we'll see. We'll see. Where is, oh, that's all the way down there. But yeah, so this today's session is really not that horrible. I think it just so happens that the trades that I still have, I only have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have like 7 areas where I just don't have enough data to know how I want that particular delta pattern to trade. So until I get more data for those, but then at the same time, it's like I'm scalping, and out of 8 trading days, all these other ones have more than enough data for me to like solidify, yes, this is what I want it to be. But then on these other ones, it's really iffy. It's like, we might just make it a rule where if that pattern shows up, we just don't trade. So we'll see. But I have like a there's like a couple pages in my notebook where like I wrote down the setup, and then I initially wrote down like all the trades that happen within that setup, and then from there I kind of have like detailed analytics where like, okay, the volume pattern looks like this is the delta, and it's, you know, a continuation or not a trap. And then I just write down, you know, take profit or loss or whatever. And I also detail like if there's a level attached and stuff like that. It's a very concise, small little area that I do it, but it's very helpful in helping me to kind of analyze data. And so I'm just going to keep adding to that each of the trading days so that I can easily see kind of like a pattern that I might need to stay away from. So yeah, we'll see. Good morning, Timothy. How are you this morning? Good morning. Oh yeah, let me log into the arena. Let's see. There was somebody within the first couple hours that was up a lot. Yeah. Y'all, come on now. And I didn't even enter the competition in an attempt to win. It was just to do it, right? This is insane. You're literally micro scalping, my mans. I mean, it's working clearly, but he's probably micro scalping with 5 contracts each. And you see the numbers are oh, you guys can't see, the numbers are continuing to go up. Now he's at 6816 contracts. Now I just took this screenshot what, 15 seconds ago, and he's already added another 70 contracts, because this thing updates in real time, but it's 10 minutes lagging behind. Like, come on, how I'm supposed to beat somebody like that? You just click and buy and sell with 5 contracts, bro. Craziness. Let's see. $143. Damn, this is another iffy one though. Do I take it and say F it? I know myself, I'm gonna be mad if I don't take it. Oh, it's actually invalidating itself. The problem is all the examples that I have so far, none of them got filled. This is the first fill, so let's see what happens. If it loses, I'll just keep the rule of just not taking it, because the other 3 times that it's set up so far, there was no freaking fill, so I can't really count those as winners because I didn't get filled at all. Bro, you have got to be shitting me. The longer I'm in trades, the more I just want to hit the break even button, but I'm not going to do it. If it loses, it's fine. Thank God I had the balls. Okay, okay. So I guess I can solidify that one, even though I was real iffy. Oh, well, that's why. That was the... So that one, actually, I didn't have any examples of that one so far. However, and it's only because of the volume pattern of these 2 swings. That's my first setup exactly like that, and well, this will be the 9th trading day, but based on the other volume pattern, I have it to where I can take the trade, either take it or just like make it 0, like just make it invalid, only because all 3 other times there was no fill. So, all right, let's see. Let me go back. I have to go be an employee. You ain't missed nothing. Oh, you did miss something. Hold on. What's the delta pattern? I trade ICT concepts. Oh, Timothy. So I trade OrderFlow. So this is gonna look crazy because it's on Renko bars, but when you trade on regular candles, it doesn't look this crazy. But basically, what I was looking for. Hold on. What I was looking for in this particular trade. All right, my entry's here. So the delta here is 143. So the last push up, there was 143 positive delta to push this up, right? And I'm in an uptrend bias, but this is divergence. If I come back off of here, so you can see this is clearly divergence, right? So we started with a double bottom and we went to a lower high to a lower low. So because of this particular price action pattern, I wanted the delta of this bar to be less than the previous push up, because with us pushing down so far, creating divergence, what I'm basically looking for is the market or participants, I want there to be less buyers to push this trend back up than the previous push up, basically. That's kind of the easiest way to explain it. So if we go back, there again was 143 positive delta to push the last swing up before my entry to swing up, and you could see that there was 134 delta in this one. So there were less buyers that were needed to push this trend up, basically. So my strategy is primarily based on looking at price action to look, okay, first of all, price action tells me what setup I'm doing, right? Because is this a traditional pullback like here? Well, this is an alternate one because we started with a lower low. So a lower low to a higher high to a higher low means that we've made a drastic change from a downtrend to an uptrend, even though this downtrend was very temporary, right? Bias is still an uptrend. That's why my background's green. But what I've noticed basically is that most of the pullbacks, whether it's like this, where we start with a lower low, or even if we start with a higher low, the volume patterns tell you who's in control of the trend. And then the order flow tells you also who's in control of the trend, and you kind of want to figure out if you're trying to trap. So like I would be trying to trap sellers, or are the buyers still in control and I'm just continuing the trend basically. But then, like I said, you also have divergence. So even though this is divergence, I'm still going in the same direction of the overall trend bias, right? So that kind of divergence looks completely different than like this divergence. This is counter trend. So all of my counter trend divergence is volume divergence. So I'm one of the things when you're trading off of session highs or lows, like it made a new session high. So the kind of triangle line is basically telling me where the new high is, or telling me that we're creating new highs. So anytime I'm trying to trade off of new highs or lows, I always want the delta of my entry bar to be less than the previous delta in the same direction. So because I'm going for a sell, I want the delta of this bar to be less than the last reversal bar down. And what that does, again, volume delta is basically telling you that we needed less sellers to push the market back down off of the new session high, basically, which is what you want. Because if it takes way too many sellers to push off of the new session high, think about it. New session highs and lows are extreme points of support and resistance, right? So if this is an extreme resistance level, why should I need so many sellers to push the market down? Hopefully that makes sense. So I need less. And in all of these situations, for the most part, the delta was more, so I didn't take it. The only problem with this one is I didn't like how we were on the prime high. So anytime I have like a counter trend divergence and we're so close to the previous reversal bar, I want the prime high to go through the wick of the candle, not the body. That's just something that I've noticed with loads and loads and hours of chart time. But like here, the delta of this one was more than this one, but we're at a new session high, and you can see we only pushed down 4 ticks. So the market wasn't really ready to push down. There was like 122 delta in this one and 118 in this one. And that extra 4 volume makes a difference, as you can see. Now, if somebody is not trading with super precision, this probably doesn't really matter because, you know, it only went up a couple of more ticks or points here and then it dropped. But for me, because I have such a tight stop loss and take profit, I have to be really precise with what I'm looking for as far as order flow goes and volume and stuff like that, because I'm basically looking for the momentum plays, and that's why the majority of my trades don't last more than, I would say, maybe like 5 to 7 seconds, 10 max. Now, because we are so close to 10 o'clock with this particular trade, and this one took way too damn long, I don't like that, but that's also how, when I tried to take the trade, what was it, back here, I think, even though it went up 2 points, there was 2 points of a pullback and I should have gotten filled, because it's such a quick momentum play. That's why I do have, you know, quite a few trades where I try to get in, but it just completely takes off, and I'm okay with that because I rather use limit orders than market orders. So, but yeah, so I have like 1, 2, 3, 4. I have about 5 or so setups that I look for primarily. But each of them, you know, each of the 5 setups, well, if the volume pattern looks like this, then do this. But if it looks like that, do this. And if it looks like this third way. So there's like 4 usual ways where I'm kind of looking. And then you have some times where, oh, if this volume pattern sets up, just don't take the trade because it's just not going to work out. Thank you, San. Thank you. Thank you. I worship no man. Very offended. Please don't do that. Oh, she doesn't mean it. Sick of the foolishness I face on the net for what I choose to trade. It's a running joke over here, Timothy. She doesn't mean it. Trust me. Up 180 on gold. A minus setup. You out? How much did you make total? Did you only take the 2 trades, the gold and the platinum trade? Timothy, loosen up a little bit over here. We don't. We just joke a lot. We just joke a lot. But I do understand, like, ICT traders get a lot of hate from people, and I get it. Like, it's very annoying. Like, you can hate that man because he's a douche and he's a dunce and he doesn't really know how to trade. But let's be honest, there are a lot of ICT traders that are pretty successful trading his methods. Now, it's not really his methods. He's rebranded it and repackaged Wyckoff methods. However, sometimes it's not the strategy, it's the teacher, right? Like, you can have something where because of how difficult maybe somebody else put the information out, well, when you go look at somebody else, it's like, that makes sense. All of this makes sense. Because I've always told people, I watched one video of ICT and I couldn't take it. And I only knew who he was because I used to watch Hannah Forex, and she always used to make videos about the ICT mentorship, and she's been really successful trading from it. But this was like years ago that I watched her, and so I was just like, oh, let me go see what he's talking about. And the rants I just personally couldn't take. I'm a very like straight to the point person, and you guys, I mean, the longer you're here, you'll see that. But when I start to put out like trading content on YouTube, you guys are really gonna see it because I'm like super concise. So having somebody go on full-blown rants while I'm trying to learn something, it just ain't work for me. But thankfully, there are a lot of people who put out ICT videos on YouTube who, you know, hey, you want to learn the silver bullet? This is exactly what you're looking for. Look at this time, look at for this one thing, and boom, you're done. Or it'll be like the turtle soup is one that I've recently heard of, because when I first heard of it, I said, the what now? But I've seen a lot of people like turtle soup now. But yeah, it's just him. It's because of him that people decide to troll ICT traders. But Applejack's actually trades ICT, so she wasn't trolling you, I promise. Today's opening, I was down 656 in 3 trades. Ooh, but you ended up at 950. Ooh, nice. Not about bipolar type of day. I'm a king of jokes and my skin is thick. Okay, good. I just don't want to listen. She jokes the most out of everybody. She's a hot mess, okay, but we love her. Man, saying that is a really good swing. Very, very good swing. All right, so I'm still gonna end up negative on the top step accounts, which is fine. I'll show you guys those. One of them I actually just started today. Oh shit, now it's not gonna. One thing I do not like about top step accounts or the Apex Tradeovate accounts, I hate when you fail the account and you get the free reset on renewal. I hate how you get a brand new account. So the account that I failed on Friday so that I can get the free reset, I forgot to edit the account and add my commissions, but it's fine. I just realized it. I'm like, why does it say 105? But that's why. And then the Tradeovate Apex accounts does the same thing. Now with Rhythmic Apex accounts, you don't get a brand new account. It just resets at the same number. So that's kind of going to give me a little bit of anxiety, continuing to see the numbers go up on my accounts. But hopefully with this Apex Tradeovate account, this is the last time we have to get any free reset on renewal. Hopefully today is the start of positive growth and movement in my accounts. Had a couple of hiccup trades, but that's to be expected. I still have quite a bit of data to gather with certain setups, which is fine. No biggie. And I'm also positive on that contest account. Oh wait, that's what I meant to. Let me go back. Does it show my... It does. It does. Yeah, these people are micro scalping. It's so clear. But I am number 201, even though I'm barely in profit. So that's nice. But yeah, these people have got to be micro scalping or using some kind of HFT. Like 6,800 contracts is crazy. Like we haven't even had access to the market for 24 hours. That's just crazy. All right, it's 45 seconds left. We're done here. Let me show you guys my accounts. I am gonna probably start trading my personal account again too, probably next week. I just only have to take one trade per month to make sure that I don't get an inactivity fee. It's a very small $130 account, so I'm just gonna I probably will only take one trade a day on micros and just see where I can get it to. I only put money in that account so I could get data, so it's whatever. Yeah, 6,000 contracts since market open. First of all, there's either he's hyper scalping or he's not actually trading himself. He probably has a bot, because there are a couple of people I could tell by their names, because you had to create a username. Some of them, their usernames are the name of a company that they have where they sell bots. You gotta be using a bot, my man, because it's no way you stayed up all damn night to do that. It's no way. Tony Baker of the trading community. So now that I know what's up, we family now. See, make new friends. That's why we're here. But yeah, okay, so this is where I'm at. Let me go in the trade performance real quick so I could tell y'all the wins and losses of the day if it generates. This thing has a mind of its own. Oh yeah, the other thing that I hate about it giving me brand new accounts, I have to make sure that I start to export my data, which I have not been doing lately, and because I have new accounts, now all of that data is gone. All right, so I took 6 trades. I won 3, lost 2, broke even on 1. Actually not that bad of a day, I can't even lie. Pretty sure, like I said, those 2 losses, they're gonna be mitigated in the future. So yeah, so up $71 on the Apex account, $45 on that NinjaTrader account, and then down 105 and 130. Well, it's actually 131 for both of those accounts. So not a horrible day. I am going to do just a tad bit of studying, mainly just based on those losses. So that's something else that I do. Like after I journal, and I write down any trades that I took and also ones that I've missed, then anything that's a loss, I make sure that I journal that day. Like I try to go and see if I can find some kind of correlation ahead of time. And if there's nothing that I can find, it's just a time where it's going to lose. And if it is a correlation that I can find, then I adjust my strategy just a little bit. But I have a feeling that not very many adjustments are going to be made from this point on, besides the like 7 areas where I told you guys I just don't have enough data. So until I get enough data, I can't really make adjustments. So we'll see. When Apex renew your account with a new account, doesn't mean you're paying for 2 accounts. No. So what happens is, so on Rhythmic, so any of the accounts, when you fail the account, they reset it on renewal, right? So if you have Apex Rhythmic accounts, you keep the same account. The only thing that they reset is the balance. Basically, they put it back to the initial balance and the initial drawdown, right? So you don't get a new account. So the account number and everything is the same. However, with Top Step Rhythmic accounts and Apex Trade Evade accounts, you get a whole brand new account with a whole new account number and everything else. So, but you don't have 2 accounts. So it's like the same account, just a new number on it. So it's really a brand new account, but they don't charge you for 2. So you still just have the one subscription. I just get annoyed because I'm just so used to Apex Rhythmic accounts and me keeping the same account number and stuff. So that's just a little annoying for me, but it's not really a big deal. So now, like before, because I didn't know this about Top Step until now, because did my other one? Oh yeah, the after the first month of me having the Top Step account, I didn't fail the account. I had like did 4 contracts or something, and I ended up getting back to like, the initial drawdown. So I didn't have a reset on renewal. So like usually with the Top Step accounts, I was just tracking them as Top Step 1 and Top Step 2, but I can't really do that since the account numbers are going to continue changing. So now I need to just write like the last 4 digits of the account number. That way I can make sure that I'm tracking it, in my journal properly, tracking the balance and the drawdown left and stuff like that. So that's all. You got trust issues with the props? Don't. I mean, honestly, if I were to tell anybody, like, if you don't trust prop firms because of some of the scamming that we've had in the industry, all of the rule changes and all these other things, if you truly want stability, go with Top Step. You don't have to really worry about denials and stuff like that. Like, that's why I got Top Step accounts, because as much as I have no issues with Apex rules, I still don't like certain things, right? And I also don't feel like you should put all your eggs in one basket either. So I'm gonna still copy trade and trade all my accounts the exact same, right? So that's not really a problem. But with Top Step, one of the things that I do like is you just got to make at least $200 for 5 days, and then you can withdraw. And for me, I'm going to put like a daily profit and daily loss target or goal or whatever, just so it can lock me out. But you can get to payouts faster with them. Honestly, I would, as much as I didn't really trust my funded futures in the beginning just because of what they did in the Forex space. So I'm still like a little, I don't know. But they pay really, really fast as well. And I've not heard of very many people to get denials from my funded futures either. And you usually get paid really fast. The only problem I have and why I can't trade with my funded futures is because of their micro scalping rule. It used to be where you had to have at least 5 points and you had to be in a trade, I think, for at least 15 seconds, right? So 5 points, I already was screwed because I only go for 4.5, and I chose 4.5 for a specific reason based off of my Renko bar size or whatever. So I don't want to hold for an extra 2 ticks for no reason. That's number one. I probably could, at least since I do move my stop loss to break even, but I shouldn't have to, right? If I've spent all of this time, 11 months, developing a strategy and it works so well going for 4.5 points, I shouldn't have to add 2 extra ticks. But the other problem, and like I was talking about earlier since I'm going based off of volume and order flow, especially in that first hour of the market being open, most of my trades are going to last less than 10 seconds. And I'm not holding my trades longer just to go with your micro scalping rule. Now, maybe it's something where, because I think he did write in Alpine's Discord, maybe, that the 5 points is not a huge deal, but the time that you're in the trades, I think, is. So I'm just screwed either way, right? So I'll probably never be able to use my funded futures, unfortunately, which is fine with me. I could stick to Top Step and Apex because I'm not greedy. I'm not here to gamble. I'm not greedy. Like, if I could have 10 accounts, 5 with each of those 2 prop firms, and in each of those accounts, I only withdraw 1,000, I would even say 500, but $1,000 a month, just once a month from those accounts, $10,000 is a lot of money to me. I live in a low cost of living area. And it's just, I'm not a spender. So 10,000 is enough. I don't need to make 40 and 50 and 60 and 70. And I don't need to make that. Now, would it be nice? Yeah, but that's not really what I'm pushing for. You know what I mean? Apex is always giving me a new account number if I failed and had to reset. And I have. Now, Timothy, if you reset your accounts, yes. But if you fail the account and you allow it to reset on renewal, so you don't pay an extra reset fee, your account number is not supposed to change. I've had Apex accounts for like 2 years. Now I've only been trading on them for almost a year. It'll be a year next month. But I've always, once I found out that it reset on renewal, baby, I never paid another reset fee ever. I think I've only paid like one reset fee one time. But since then I've never, and I just, even if I failed it and it's 2 weeks to renewal, I ain't resetting nothing. But I always had like multiple accounts. I never did 20 at a time. The most I think I've ever had was 4 or 5. And that was just because in the beginning, when I was developing my strategy, I was failing the accounts too fast, right? So I had enough accounts to where 4 out of the 5 had renewals that were 1 week apart. So that basically I would always start an account fresh on a Monday. So every Monday I had a fresh new account that I could trade because I never failed them all at one time, if that makes sense. So yeah. But yeah, if you reset, you definitely get a new account number. You like micro scalping? Me too. Don't do top step because Michael's a real hater and he fades his own community and he's bold enough to tell them he's doing You know what? I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna get off of here because I need to journal and go walk. I find it amusing that people watch Top Step TV and actually take the same trades as these people. Why would you do that? Every day that I don't tune in very often, but when I do, it's always down. And if I'm not mistaken, Nutty Bar asked Mike on Twitter how much the house account was down this year, and he said like 300,000 or something. He was like, oh, but there's something we're trying to do with Top Step TV and we're trying to find our groove. Whatever. Fade these people. Because at this point, I'm convinced. Because there's no way and it makes sense, right? Because we all know that prop firms make money when we lose, right? Now, Top Step does have a path to live, so that's a little bit different, right? But if you make your money off of people losing, why would you make sure that you're winning on stream? You wouldn't. You would lose and hope that these people are dumb enough to follow you. And if I had a brand, right, I would never put people on my live stream who are consistently losing every single day. But I mean, I remember there were people, I swear to you, I kid you not, there were people when I first got on YouTube who would openly say that they would fade certain YouTubers because they lost so much. Now, you can't really fade me because I'm in and out of trades very, very quickly, right? But I'm talking about the ones who, because most of them don't really scalp, right? They would literally fade certain YouTubers because they knew that they would win because they were on losing streaks. They were still trying to develop their strategies and stuff like that, like I am. But yeah, it's funny to me the number of people who tune into Top Step TV and actually take the same trades as these people. They read every day, every single day. And then like I was watching, now y'all, this man is at 7,000 contracts. He is so annoying. But anyway, yeah, there was one time that I tuned in. Now I think this was like a special thing that they do on Fridays or something, or Thursday, I don't know, but they were like fading each other. And I'm just like, this isn't even entertaining because y'all are all red. So all of y'all are all wrong on all the trades that y'all are taking. And people are just looking at this stuff. This is crazy to me. Crazy. The subscription fee is not bad. No, it's not. That's why I will always prefer futures firms. Like when I first saw how much futures prop accounts were, I was like, what? Like I come from the era of FTMO. I had an FTMO account. I think I only tried it one time and I didn't pass, but I got it back because with FTMO, if you didn't, I don't know if it's still like this, but if you didn't pass within the allotted time, which I feel like was 30 days, as long as you were positive in the account, they gave you a free reset. And I think that was like $100,000 account and it was probably like $600. So when I came over to futures and I was like, oh, we could just pay this small little monthly fee. Oh, sign me up. Sign me up today. Please. Bot trading. Yeah, I'm telling you. This dude, it's literally no way. Uh-oh. I clicked the wrong button. It's literally no way, y'all. But he did have some losses in there because wasn't he at like 40,000 or something? 40, was it 47 or just 40? I don't know, but he's at 37 now. It's a bot. He's using a bot with max contracts. It's that simple. There's no other way around it. I'm about to look to see what the last place person has, and then I'll show y'all, and then I'm gonna get off of here. I want to go walk my little mile. Ooh, ooh. Okay. We're here. All right. So out of 600 something participants, it looks like only 362 are participating right now. These are the bottom people. What do you know? The one at negative 24,000 is Nancy Pelosi. Why do people do this? But yeah, so this is where people are. These people have got to be using bots too. Hey, sir, your bot doesn't work very well. Clearly. Because what? Let me see. There was a couple of people, like I said, that clearly they were using bots because their name had botting. Oh, wow. Rad Poker looks like he's in here. I think this is probably the same Rad Poker from Nutty's stream. Let me see. Kellyanne is in there. Ooh. Kellyanne is in there. There's one dude named Algo Hunter who's clearly using a bot as well. Kellyanne looks like she's down 6,000. Uh-oh. Let's see if I know any other names. And it could not actually be her, but it probably is her. I was gonna put my name in there, but I was like, just in case. Let me see if I can see another like crazy number of contracts. Yeah, most other people are trading normal contract size. There's one that has 2,200 contracts. He's up $700, clearly a bot. 3,200 contracts, up $1,000. Let's see. 2,900 contracts, up 1,100. That looks like most of the bots. Oh, there's 4,300 contracts, up $6,500. Like, they should have made it to where you can't use bots. I'm actually gonna write them and tell them that I didn't like this experience because you guys allow people to use bots, because it's such a disadvantage, right? First of all, they can run these things 24/7. That's number one. And if this is a trading competition and you're allowing people to basically not have to trade, now granted, you have some people's bots who clearly suck, but we shouldn't be out of the running because we're going up against robots. Like, come on, bro. They shouldn't even allow that, honestly. Not disciplined. Down 23K. Yep. He's lost 10K. Wait, who did? Oh, yeah. That's what Perdita Prop Firm does. Close to 700 to start account without eval, but you gotta, yeah, any company that is straight to funded, they're more expensive and they're more along the lines of the forex costs. There's probably only one straight to funded prop firm that I would probably try eventually, but that's like down the line, because for me, all I care about right now is getting my strategy fixed, right? And that's really it. I'm not open to anything else until I fix my strategy. And then even after that, what's most important is me getting to payouts on Top Step, since they do have the easiest rules to me. So it's like, do I really want to add anything? Probably not. It was like that with TradingView, yeah. But yeah, you guys, I'm happy that you guys tuned in and we had some great discussions today. I am going to get out of here so I can go journal and also walk my mile, because I worked out yesterday and I am not sore. Last week when I worked out on Sunday, I was sore all the way until Thursday, because it was my first day back in like probably 2 months since I had re-injured my back. So I feel good, so I'm gonna go walking. But I thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.